Okay, we will begin with the tire death.
Ah, okay, moving on. My first big international business venture was in Guinea, West Africa. Uh, many things happened there, and we'll get to a lot of those stories, but one in particular, early on into developing my helicopter air transport and air rescue service, one of our employees, my very good friend and benefactor there, also did a lot of prospecting and mining help, logistical stuff, and we were all very good friends. And unfortunately, my first medical flight that I had to do was a dear friend of ours. His name was David, and had a terrible accident while changing a tire on one of our semi-trucks. And the tire unfortunately exploded while they were assembling it, with enough force that it threw him over the cab of the semi-truck and landed on the other side. I was with another dear friend at the time he grew up there in Guinea, and he got the call on a satellite phone that this accident had just happened and that David had most likely had passed away. So we weren't even thinking, very good friend, deep in the bush. I put every ounce of gas I could on that helicopter, and we left, not even knowing where we could land. And we got there, and the scene was bad. We basically had to have the bulldozers bulldoze a spot for us to land, and we were landing on tops of trees, pushed sideways, anything we could do to get down. And in retrospect, looking back, it was a dangerous thing we did, but it was our friend, and it was my first real attempted rescue. And we got there and assessed the situation and saw that there was nothing we could do. So we went into recovery mode, and I did my best at packaging him up, and he was my first transport of such a manner, and I was sad but honored that I was able to get him out of the bush and back to the capital city. And we did it as fast as we could do, and did our best to make sure what dignity he had left was well preserved for his unfortunate trip back home. And that was my first rescue / recovery of my foray into an air rescue business.